All right, so I'm going to show you guys how to hand roll out a slab of clay. Now, you can't see me because I want you guys to see what I'm doing. So, with this, since our tables are nice and slick, our clay will stick to it. So we are using a cheap tablecloth that's kind of like plasticky on one side and fiber on the other. You're going to have the plastic side up. And what you'll need to do is take some chunks of clay and we're going to squish it side by side, kind of like we're rolling out cookie dough. Now, when you squish it side by side, you kind of want to do a little bit of overlapping. The reason why we do this is when we roll it out at first, if it's just like a ball or chunk of clay, and we try to roll it, it's going to be really hard to do, and you're going to get tired, you're going to get upset, and you're going to quit early. This is just a little bit easier way of doing it. This is just a little bit easier way of doing this. Okay, so I got some chunks of clay down right here. I'm going to put this on top. And then with my rolling pin, I'm going to use more of my body weight and not the muscles in my arm. If I just use the muscles in my arm to squish this down, I'm going to get tired more quickly. Do one pass. I lift it up. I'm going to use my fingers to kind of blend over any seams that are showing. And if I have any chunks that's sticking out a whole lot, I rip them off and I put them in places where it can fill in. All right, there's two different ways that you can flip this over. First way is this. Let's do it by hand. Like that. Go over any blended seams with your finger. I'm going to do another pass around. Now, as you are rolling out, be sure not to press down or put a lot of weight on the end of the clay, because if you do, there's less resistance and it'll squish out a lot faster than the rest. All right. Unstick it. The second way to flip it is to hold it like this and just flip it over quite quickly while it's still kind of stuck on there. Like that. So we're getting near the end. Probably just want one more pass around. When I do one more pass around, I normally like to have some bracers on the end. My bracers are my super fancy double rulers, yardsticks. And this keeps me from making it too thin, okay? So it blocks out any area that it needs from it rolling over. So I take this and I roll it out. And everything will be the same thickness. Removed. There you go. Move those to the side. Now, depending what kind of shape this is, we can get several cutouts, okay? So our version for what we're doing with our tile slab is we're using a half sheet of paper like that, folding it in half, and we're going to lay it down. And then we're going to use a cutting tool. You know what our cutting tool is? It is a pencil, because we don't need a blade for this because our clay is soft. So I'm going to trace it. Just like so. And use my pencil to cut it all the way off. You do not want to use an actual blade on this tablecloth because you will cut slits in it. I've had that done before and had to throw away a whole bunch of them just because people were using blades. take off your slab just like that. Your slab should be the same thickness all throughout. No thin areas and no thick areas. And we'll put it on our clay board. And that's where we're going to be working from and building from right here. Now, with this right here, I can get a second one, maybe. See, I have a little bit that's not going to cut it right there. So there's one or two ways you can do this. I'm like, nope, it's not good enough. Or two, we can cheat a little bit. So I'm going to cheat a little bit with this. And my phone is ringing. So we got that laid out. We can lay down our second one and get a second cutout. So you and a friend can join forces. You don't have to do a lot of work. You have your second one.